We're continuing our discussion of refreshing a parent grid from a child grid. So let's go there now and then save this, go back to our customer grid over there, make a change. Let's go now and make that say Korea 4 over there now, and then press this button over there, and you can see that that refreshes. So now the next thing that we'd like to do is trigger this refresh based on some event over here. So let's assume that every time I make a change to this record in the child grid and I save the data, what I'd like to do is force a refresh of the parent grid. So I'm going to go back now to the child grid, to invoices over there, and I'm going to go to the events, and I've created a somewhat silly but demonstrative event over here. You can see here in the after update record, opening up the customer table, which is the parent table of this grid. This is the invoices grid, so customers is the parent. Ordering the grid on customer ID. I'm finding the record with customer ID number 2, and then I'm going to go and make a change, put that record into change mode, and change the value in the ship country field to be some random string plus the current time, the seconds part of the current time value. But the important thing is that I'm just putting some random data into the ship country field, and then I'm saving the record. But I'm still not yet triggering the refresh. So let's go ahead now and run the customer table. So if I go now over here, and then let's go to this record over there and make a change. So let's and now hit the save button. So now when we hit the save button over there, we went to the parent grid and we changed the value in ship country, and then when I press refresh parent grid row, you can see that there's the updated value. So now the next task is to make that happen automatically as soon as I commit that record. So let's go back now to the invoices grid, and if you look in the event handler here, it says that to send JavaScript to the browser, you make an entry in this array over here. So now what I'm going to do is add the JavaScript that I want to send back to the parent grid in order to force it to refresh into the JavaScript response that is sent back by this event. Now this is a server-side event. After update record happens on the server, so we're going to be sending JavaScript back to the browser that we'd like the browser to execute when this event completes. So what I've done now is I've added this additional code here to the after update record. So as you'll recall from the earlier part of the video, we had this button that we had defined over here. So we're in right now, this is the child grid, and in the child grid we had a button that went ahead and refreshed the parent, and this was the JavaScript that we used over here. So I'm going to copy that JavaScript to the clipboard, and then go now back to the events over here, and I'm going to paste it so you can compare it. So you can see here that let's just comment it out. Get rid of that line, and so you can see that this line is over there unchanged, and this line over there is also there unchanged, but the first line we made a slight change because this placeholder grid.object is not understood on the server in this particular event, in the after update record event. So instead what we've done is we've just put in a temporary placeholder here called __ grid object, and then what we're doing is we're doing an stri tran which replaces grid object with the grid's current alias and then _grid obj. So the grid's current